It's one of Ontario's most pressing priorities, building hundreds of thousands of homes every single year. But the construction industry has been in a slump thanks to a perfect storm in this province.
Interest rates come and go. They vary all the time. We've all lived through a number of cycles of interest rates. What is different this time is the stickiness and the cost to build, the cost to renovate housing.
Ontario's housing construction numbers really tell the story. In the first 6 months of this year, the province saw 36,000 new units under construction. That's lower than the 42,000 in 2024, a 14% drop. Worse still, the province saw a 44% drop in housing construction in June compared to June of 2023. But the construction industry believes the situation is about to get much worse. Developers typically sell new homes years before the construction can begin, and those sales figures have also plummeted.
New home sales in June of this year were 50% lower than they were a year ago. Today's sales are tomorrow's housing starts, so we're really going to see a dearth of supply in the market in 2 to 3 years.
Critics argue it's the Ford government's policies and reversals that's been clogging up the construction.
Developers and home builders don't know what kind of environment they're going to be building in, when they're planning 1 year ahead in advance.
But the Premier argues part of the problem rests with the Bank of Canada and high interest rates.
We get the Bank of Canada to knock the interest rate down to about 3%. You'll see them pop up like mushrooms everywhere.
And while interest rates were lowered this week, the building industry believes faster approvals and fewer taxes and fees could spur construction.
We want to build more homes. Right now, we're finding it's impossible to deliver those homes at a cost that folks can afford. We need to change that into a possible equation, and that's the one that we're calling on the government to work with us on.
What's unclear is what the Ford government is actually doing about it. The Minister of Housing wasn't available for an interview. At Queen's Park, Colin D'Mello, Global News.